Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to round 2 of my attempt at doing the opening to the show. I will always forget to update my audio settings. If you've never watched live, if you're one of the fine folks over on the YouTube Center, there's a live audio issue I keep forgetting to undo. The audio desyncs as time goes on, so I just keep adjusting the delay, and I have never remembered to reset it when we go live. So we're going to talk about coronavirus right now. I'm going to be playing Historic Magic the Gathering today. Woohoo! Yeah! Woo, we have some sweet decks, yeah! But things are very strange. Right now, my county, Oakland, Alameda County, has been put in pseudo-lockdown. So all gatherings, I think of more than... Hold on, the news thing just came out. Like, I just... let's see here. All non-essential gatherings of any size are now banned, along with non-essential travel on foot, bicycle, scooter, automobile, or public transit. People may travel for shopping, for necessary supplies, accessing healthcare, and providing aid to family and friends who need assistance, and for non-residents returning to their home outside the Bay Area. Shit. I know that many of you who have been in Europe, who've been in France, Spain, Germany, have been coming here and posting. I know a lot of you who are in Washington and California and New York have been coming here and posting in chat. I want to just stress, I will be streaming more over the next few months. I frankly need it. I frankly want a place to go to hang out, to talk, to commiserate, to focus a little on playing games, getting something to get rid of the stress. Because there's some real stress. The grocery stores in the area around here are super low on general supplies. Like we're actually low on toilet paper and paper towels in this house, and they're sold out everywhere, and all the cleaning supplies are sold out. My grocery store was rationing chicken and lettuce when I went there yesterday. So there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of weirdness going on around this, and I want to let you know, come join us. We'll be hanging out here. We are going to be exploring organizing weekend play sessions for people to meet up and do various multiplayer gaming with each other. I'm going to be streaming more and all this good stuff. We have a whole bunch of food that we have stored up, as well as 6 bottles of soju. And I am really hoping that the next time I travel to the store, I get some more. Because let me tell you, that's going to be the daily loop. Since I work from home, I want to stress... Oh my gosh, Shindigs! Hey, how's it going? I want to stress that... I wanted to stress something, didn't I? I wanted to stress something. I don't know. I don't even know. I want to stress that everything is unknown. Everything is really profoundly unknown. Hey, Catchco with the 10 gifted subs. Yeah, thanks, Catchco. I want to stress... I know a lot of you are going to be hitting financial difficulties. I want to remind any of you who have a recurring subscription that you may have forgotten about. I will feel no stress, issue, upsetness if you want to cancel the subscription or something like that. Catchco just gifted 10 subs. I will also state thank you very much for the financial support to Day 9 TV, because I would not be surprised if the Day 9 TV revenue dropped 40 or 50% this year. 50% would be a little extreme, but it wouldn't surprise me. We're preparing to have half as much income this year as we did last year, because everything in, especially esports, gaming, live entertainment, that sort of thing, it's a gig-based economy, right? Like, I get one-off gigs throughout the year. All my events are canceled. E3 has been canceled. GDC was canceled. The Magic event was canceled. Canceled. So pretty much all of my work is gone in that regard. And it's not clear to me yet. It's not clear to me yet if online viewership will go up. It's not entirely clear to me what's going to happen with any of that. It could be that there's a whole bunch of people working from home who tune in. There's also a lot of people that, like, when they commute to and from work, they tune in, and now that they're working from home, they don't, because they're going to do more first-order entertainment, you know, where they're, like, reading a book or playing a game. They're going to be doing it instead of watching. So we don't really know what's going to happen. What we know is that Eric and I plan very, very conservatively in terms of our income. Like, last year was a great year. Last year was a great year for Day 9 TV. The year before that was a great year, and I still drive a 10-year-old Honda, and I try to buy very inexpensive food that I can cook and shit like that. I'm not someone who went out and got a BMW because I just need to feel like a baller or any shit like that. So I mean, I'm certain I will be fine financially. It's just one of those things that I'm most of all concerned about all the contract gig workers who don't have the ability to work from home like me, and I know that includes many of you. I know there's a lot of people here who work in retail or work as couriers. There's a lot of you that work in technology, and I just want to make sure all you know you have our support. Come here if you want to hang out. Come here. I don't even know why I'm on the screen. Come here if you want to hang out. We will be spending some time talking about coronavirus and the impact it's having on a lot of people, because streaming is a form of catharsis and coping and venting and processing for lots of people, again, me included. It's like, this is a great outlet for me to talk about and to connect to and to commiserate with people. We'll also be spending some time focused exclusively on the games, because all the news outlets are talking about coronavirus. Pretty much all my conversations with my friends have been about coronavirus. I'm talking about it right fucking now. So, it is extremely important that we are taking care of ourselves mentally, taking care of ourselves in terms of health, making sure we're washing our hands regularly, disinfecting things that come into the house, not going out, actually fucking listening to the CDC. It's important to be doing that. And I also think it's very important to have spaces where you can take breaks to get away from that, because dwelling on a problem 24 hours a day is not helpful. Dwelling on it spending time to dwell is good, but spending time not dwelling is important. I want to give also thanks to Herr Doctor and Gilmax for 5 giftos each. I'll once again say it's so appreciated that you're coming by, helping and supporting this channel. I'll also state, if you have Twitch Prime, give me your fucking Twitch Prime right now. If you already have Amazon Prime, it's free to do, and by God, it'll help me. I'm not gonna have any shame saying that shit lately, okay? Please. Or, you know, not just for me, to all the other Twitch folk, please be diligent about using your Twitch Prime. It is meaningful income for all of us. And if you have Amazon Prime, it is free for you to do. So we would appreciate that. What a weird world we live in. Let me show you the decks that we're going to be playing today. Historic Mono White is going to be one of them. We're also going to be doing some Historic Gruul. Let me go ahead and get this one exported. Import. Historic Gruul. And last, and certainly not least, the deck that I'm most excited to play today, which is Grixis Discard Control. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Hey, Vwem. Vwem with the gifted. With Vwem, not just with 5 gifties, but with a grand total of 572 gifted subs in this channel. There's a time when Vwem would be showing up every single day. Grixis Disco. There's a time when Vwem would show up every day and drop 5, show up every day and drop 5, show up every day and drop 5. So I greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it, Vwem. And hope you're doing all right. I know you're working from home now. And hey, to all those Twitch Prime folks that just came on by, dude, we got Oregon Creek, Thorin Twin. Oh, hell yeah. Some of the non-Twitch Prime subs. Saint Ghost, Nightcat. Yes, Reg Risk, Brian 7. And Yetowan, Salam Devia, Wind Klopel, Indigo Violet. Benny the Baneling, gifting 5. Wunderkind, 202. Says, took unlinking and linking my Amazon Twitch accounts like 4 times to work again, but here we are. Thank you, Wunderkind. That is the challenge. That is the obstacle. Black Scotch sub and Rando Dave with the Gifteronies. You guys are genuinely, sincerely going to be helping me and all those other streamers during this weird time. Valentine, 6120 sub gifties. My God, Valentine going up to 218. Holy fucking-moly. Let me show you what we're working with. This is a Monowhite Lifegain deck that, thanks to some of the recent changes in Historic, or excuse me, the Historic Anthology 2, we've gotten some real all-stars. So first of all, for any of you who have been playing in Standard, we do have some of the typical ones. Ajani's Pridemate. Whenever you gain life, +1/+1. Daxos. When things enter or die, gaining life. Heliod, that obviously puts counters on things for life gain. And we have Linden, whenever you swing, you gain life. And when looking at this, you might go, wait a damn minute, why only 2 of these? Often you see 4 Lindens in here. It's incredible. But we need to look at some of the other cards that have come up in Historic. Oh yeah, let me just show the other ones. You see Healer's Hawk, right? Fucking bird of the day. He's great. Look at Serra Ascendant, a 1/1 with lifelink. As long as you have 30 or more life, Serra Ascendant gets +5/+5 and has flying. Holy shit. Soul Warden, whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. Holy shit. Whenever Ranger of Eos enters the battlefield, you may search your library for up to 2 creature cards with converted mana cost 1 or less and put them into your hand. It's drawing. It's a drawing engine. This is part of the reason why we are pulling down the curve a little bit, because we have so many opportunities to draw. Also, we have cycling, which is you can pay the cycling cost and discard this, and then redraw another card. This means that we have a lot of ways to draw, redraw, get stuff out of the hand, draw, redraw stuff, get things out of the hand and find things. And with all the life gain, oh, and of course Conclave Tribunal for its convoke power. We have a little bit of high-end stuff, but it's really just a beautiful life gain deck. We have some enchantment destruction, some hate against some of the aggro decks. Thalia is an amazing anti-control tool. Non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. We have largely creature spells. And Gideon Blackblade for those control matchups. Let's play some best of 1 Historic. Let's see. Historic ranked? Hell yeah. Now, while I was explaining the deck structure, Valentine was gifting 20 subs, and an anonymous gifter provided 20. To said anonymous individual, I am immediately reminded of that Curb Your Enthusiasm skit where Larry David donates money to a wing. Everyone's like, thanks, Larry David, thank you. And then someone else says, and a huge thanks to Anonymous! And everyone's like, yay! And Larry David's like, what the fuck? Oh, Jesus. Teeny Bird says, hi, friends. My job offer was rescinded today. It sucks. Oh, my God. Coronavirus is just absolutely wreck-a-ronying frickin' everything. Absolutely everything. It's insane. The US Dow dropped 3,000 points today. 3,000. Isn't that insane? I sure wish this bug didn't exist, but you know what? Alright. Who is ready for some healing? Bing bong. Oh, oh, oh. Bing bong bing. Bing bong bing. So my opponent is playing the historic discard control deck that I've just been looking at. This is incredible. Nothing to discard, man. Whenever an opponent discards a creature, summon a zombie. If I discard a land, add 2 mana. And if an opponent discards a non-creature, non-land card, draw a card. So I mean, like, Waste Not is one of the greatest discard powerers. What? Wait. Historic contributes to the same ranked rating? So you mean all the points that I pissed away by trying to play Kroxa discard and standard, I can win back by doing mono-white beatdowns? Man, fuck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh. I'm a Hunek! Hey! I'm a Hunek. Welcome! And thanks for the 10 giftos. I'm a Hunek, a long-time subber here. At the good old 4-year mark. Ooh, you know, let's see how this one goes. I'm real curious about this opening hand. We have mostly 1-drop, so a 1-drop free hand, but with some real gas is fascinating to me. Oh my god, it's good to see you back. It always enters the battlefield tapped. Got it. And I'm going to need it. Either froze the entire opening of stock trades. Yeah, they're in the American stock market. If there are certain percentages that are hit, certain numbers that are hit in terms of falling, like if it drops 7%, trading is temporarily halted. Let's have this enter the battlefield tap, and just play Daxos, Blessed by the Sun. Wizard's Lightning and Gitu Lava Runner, absolutely legendary. Figbird says, I got a buddy who lives in Italy, like 2 hours from where stuff hit the ground. I mean, Jesus. Holy shit, man. Cardboard Live not showing. Let me just turn it off and turn it back on again. Hello? Oh, I'm hitting the control button. My bad. Alright, let's close it and reopen it. That has consistently fixed it for me. And let's see if it does it this time. Alright, and yeah, give it another shot right now. Give it another shot right now. Let's see. Ah, it's so fucking loud. Alright, look at the power of Ranger of Eos. Yeah. Do I want a Soul Warden and a Soul Warden? You bet your whole booty you do. Ya betcha booty. So, I mean, I don't know exactly what the mono-red construction is here. I don't know exactly how the mono-red works, but mono-red typically, at least the more old the format is, the more, you know, you get to Modern and Legacy and so on. There's just, there winds up being a skew to a lot of these ultra-powerful burn cards. Well, this is going to get shot. Yeah, the more there's a skew towards a lot of these burn cards. So, I mean, the fact that we are a life game deck is going to help a lot, because it means that, indeed, as I wind up playing out more and more and more creatures, there's an increased probability of just, like, healing outside of the burn range. Yeah, killing the Soul Warden is just so important here. 2 Lava Runner. It's a pretty good card. Pretty good card. It says 1, 2, 3, 4 White Devotion. So I think I block like this. Or maybe I block like this, since it's unlikely that we're going to be getting to 30 or more life. So I think we just should block like this. Gain the life. There's a Castle Ardenvale for a little bit of extra damage. Alright. So this means that I can swing like this. Doo-doo. Amoral Zombie said, I had an emergency dental appointment canceled today because of Corona. They told me to call them if my tooth turns black. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, I'll stress that there are people who are not that concerned about the potential, like, what's going to happen to me and my body if I get sick. Oh my god, that's right. I remember this card. I have seen a lack of concern from some people, and I will stress, you know, I think I'm just going to concede. I will stress that one of the large concerns to be aware of is that if there are sufficiently many people going to the hospital who need treatment, then all of a sudden, if you do something that has nothing to do with coronavirus, like break your leg, it becomes way harder to get treatment for that leg. Because if things are very, very severe, they're going to say, well, we have to make choices between who we're treating. You know what I mean? Oh my god, I always forget this. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, gain dat life. So this is another creature. All right, what up, Daxos? Let's keep healing, healing, healing. Yeah, don't walk until we're less busy. Yeah, Jesus. I think I do swing with this. I think I do swing with this because any green deck with a Llanowar Elf never wants to trade the Llanowar Elf on turn 1. So yeah, we here in the Oakland household. You catch co. We are in shelter in place. We are staying in. We are staying home. We were able to get coffee. We were able to get some canned food. We were able to get some Gatorade. There's also something to be aware of, which is like for us, our thought process is we want to be able to have enough food and medical supplies. When I say medical supplies, I mean like Gatorade and Tylenol and shit like that. We want to be able to have enough of those that if, and the increasing concern is that when the hospital system is overrun, if I just get some disease, if I just get some generic disease that again has nothing to do with coronavirus, probably not going to be able to get treatment. So I'm probably going to need to have just supplies at home to be able to treat my own symptoms and stuff like that. Probably going to need food at home to be able to just stay at home and not bring in any more other disease and stuff like that. Do I cycle this? I think no, because I actually literally have a 3-mana card right here. Now, because we have seen that our opponent has not done something yet again, the question is, do I want to Conclave Tribunal this? Because this could have come into play untapped, which means that Markadan likely does not have a 3-mana play. Otherwise, Markadan would have played it. Therefore, if I Conclave Tribunal this, I'm able to get in more damage. But is getting in more damage early on what I want? Or am I just looking to ramp up to something really powerful? I'm not sure. I'm going to delay it for now. I think I should have swung with the Soul Warden as well. I'm doing some inconsistent plays. Green Hero. Green Hero versus... Honestly, conclaving the elf is the entertainment value play. My man. Now you're thinking with portals. What even is? Okay. Okay, so if I play this... This has lifelink. Actually, not that worried about this one. I think I'm going to swing like this. Trade here is actually okay. Just there for the rewards. So the scary part for me here is not just the curve things that I live with an immunosuppressed stepfather and generally older folks who I don't want to be infected even if it doesn't hurt me as much physically. Yeah, no, this is sort of where I am. I like the LaForge family immune system. Did I make you a mistakey? No, let's just roast him. Heal a little more, you know what I'm saying? My mother's side is the LaForge family, and the LaForge family has absolutely indestructible genes. Absolutely in-fucking-destructible genes. No! Well, I can giant killer it, but not on this turn. Let's destroy this now. So I have strong confidence that I personally will be fine. But my concern is obviously not about me personally with respect to the coronavirus. Like, given the strength of, and the fact that, like, you know, the gene pool from which I come is very strong. Just because that's true doesn't mean that I can't break my leg by just falling or get another disease. I mean, I really don't get very sick in general, but again, just in case, it's kind of the concern. Oh my god, for any of you who have not seen this incredible card, Burning Tree Emissary, it's a 2-mana 2/2 that when it enters the battlefield, you add 2 mana. This is like one of the sweetest, simplest, dopest cards, man. Like, you can wind up with some absolute ridiculous bullshit with this card. It's so funny. Daxos, the blessed by dead ass. So, like, I remember when mono-red decks ran Burning Tree Emissary, and they would go, like, turn 2, mountain, Burning Tree, Burning Tree, Burning Tree, go. It was fucking sick. Now, why would my opponent do this? This, to me, screams, I have an Embercleave. Which is something that I will probably Conclave Tribunal. Yeah, I'm smart. Ghost of Porkin says, I'm a paramedic, and our paradigm has shifted. We typically take a lot of folks to the ER who don't really need emergency treatment because of liability. Now... is that death? Ooh. Look, it's the bird of the day. You love to see. So, by the way, this is one of these weird turn sequencing plays that I can do. This is out. Gruul Spellbreaker is not a big deal. Ah, shit, this has fucking hexproof. This is the issue, is that... So now we have gotten to the attackers phase. Our opponent made a mistake. We've gone to attackers. Before attackers, there is this pre-combat phase, which means that I can then tap whichever unit has Embercleave on it, so I don't have to worry about that. No blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, the mistake was my opponent needed to move the hexproofage over to the other unit. So if I swing with this, and this, and this, and this... No, I should leave this dude back, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4... Very slight, very cool. So now we're going to be way more active about telling people to stay in place and deal with issues that aren't true emergencies at home with a primary physician. Yeah, it's just... So these are actually okay to tap. I just need Daxos, Blessed by Sun, to be out of here, and we're going to get rid of this one that can wind up with Hexproof. Amgram says, I was watching your Ori playthrough and paused it on my TV computer while I watch your stream now. So get your face on all my screens. Yes, Amgram, I am all around you. I am all around you. Have we decided when the next gauntlet is? We're doing a debrief on it this week to just try to see how to organize future ones in the most intelligent fashion. Let's see here. I'm just continuing to occasionally read the news about the pseudo-lockdown we're in. Grocery stores and pharmacies will remain open in Oakland, and restaurants may stay open to provide takeout food only, also staying open. Vets, gas stations, auto repair shops, hardware and other home supplies, banks, and laundry services. Businesses that remain open are encouraged to keep both employees and customers 6 feet apart, including while standing in line, but there are no specific limitations on the number of people allowed inside. Uh-oh. Alright, so that is going to be fine. This attack, that is. Okay, so if we tap, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we just tap this guy, yep. I'm the best. You know, let's just try doing historic ranked. Ishiro says, I think I'm in love with Fall of Thran. You absolute dick. Fall of Thran is the Destroy All Lands one, right? Hey, who's ready for Factorio Week? Who's ready to do some Factorio-age, huh? Who's ready to do some Factorio? When is Factorio again? All this week, Sir Trekkies. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Is this okay? It's okay. We're going to play with viewers, too. At this point, not Factorio, because I don't know enough about how the game works, and I'm just looking to explore richly how the game works. Hey, the great Googly Moogly with the 5 gifted Subaronis. Ah, yes. The great Googly Moogly. Your name is a thing of beauty. God, fucking... It's actually so weird. It's actually so weird. Cyberwolf, I think we're going to be upgrading to .18. I received a recommendation from one of the developers to, for God's sake, upgrade. Right now, this is a bit of an issue spot we're in. I'm not 100% sure what we're up against. There is a lot of Field of the Dead decks in this format. See? See? See, I fucking told you I was fucking in this format. Shit. Field of the decks. You know it, Terminus Thrall. Terminus Thrall, I also want to say it's great to see you having arisen from the dead. You banned motherfucker. This is why I run Fall of Thrawn. HG Rose, listen, if you keep trying to justify that to me, I don't know, we've got to start to have some real conflicts here. Alright, so I'm about to get absolutely swollen, huh? So, I mean, certainly I do this one first, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bing bong. I mean, this is already big enough, so I guess we'll shoot for this one. And then we have 1, 2, 3 that we need, so I'll need to do this, and then that way I can Conclave Tribunal this one, and then the other lands. So now we have enough devotion to have a Heliod, the Thick. Oh my god, this Monowhite deck feels so good, and so sweet, and so absolutely elite. Oh my gosh. I've been hearing Jeff Hoagland praise Pioneer and Historic quite a bit. So I'm a little eager. A little eager to try some shitty out. Oh my god, Ugin, no. Oh, Ugin, you absolute fuckface. Is there a card with cat noises in it? Yeah, this game has in-game cat noises, so don't even worry about it. Okay, so let me make sure I can do this correctly, which is I do this, and then I cycle. So I can pay 1 to discard it, to draw another one. Shit fuck, shit fuck, shit fuck. Well, that sucks. Green Hero Miro, man, you're making me laugh today. It says, why hit you with Field of the Dead zombies when Nissa can just hit you with Field of the Dead? It's unclear to me exactly where this is going to be going, but what does cycling do exactly? Cycling is a way to pay a little to help guarantee. Bing bong. It is a way to pay mana to discard a card and replace it. So for instance, at this point in time, I don't need any more planes. I'm good on planes. What I want is dudes. So Secluded Steppe has cycling white, which means I can pay 1 white to discard Secluded Steppe and redraw another card. This is like mono green Tron Field of the Dead.
I will not stop.
Probably Meteor Golem, yeah. Transmogrifying Wand. What is Tron? You know, it's hard to even make... can someone else explain it? I don't want to explain it. To pay 1 mana. Remove a charge counter. Is this... We have an Ox! Alright, let's get this to 3 power. Let's keep making a big Soul Warden. By the way, we are absolutely fucking mullied here. I just want to stress. We do have a little bit of gas here going. You got it. we don't got it. We don't got it. Alright, so what do we want to do here? Tomik, Distinguish, Advokist is going to be nice here. Giant Killer doesn't really do anything. I don't think there's a lot of targeting effects, so I think we can get this one out. So I think like this exchange is A-okay. Hip hip hooray. I don't actually think we need to change particularly much. Flyers are very, very nice here. We don't have anything that specifically targets green. Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. Is this actually... I think this actually might be like super duper duper good. Maybe. Chaka, 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 chaka. Okay, so what do we get on? Get out. Do we get this one out? Do we get this one out? I have zero idea what I'm supposed to cut. Like, not an idea in sight. I think Ajani's. I think we got to get the Ajani's out here. I think this is a little bit greedy, and actually maybe Ranger of Eos. Ranger of Eos is nice, but Ranger of Eos feels to me like stay alive a little bit. This is a bad hand. This is a good hand. I'm going to do like this. Elena says, Ranger of Eos feels like your best top deck in mid-late game. Yeah, that's the thing, is that I'm really not entirely sure what my cut is, but my logic is that if I have a large amount of very, very cheap creatures, if I have a large amount of very, very cheap creatures in my deck, Ranger of Eos is great because I dump my hand quickly, and then I play Eos to just get a little bit of extra top deck power as time is going to go on. Alright, just a little bit of extra top decking power. Because I've just boarded in 2 Tomiks and 4 Thalias, that means that my overall cost is higher. Therefore, I will not wind up dumping my hand as quickly. Therefore, I have some Eoses, but not as many Eoses. That was my logic. That was my logic. Figbird says, I'm curious what inspired you to do Historic today. It is the existence of... What is this card? What the fuck is happening over here? Destroy target land, destroy my search level for basic land, put on the battlefield. What the hell is even happening? So my opponent played a land to sacrifice it to replace a land with something green. So my opponent could actually get an Elvish Rejuvenator out. Man, holy shit, someone actually is in Boned Town, USA. Okay, so I'm actually going to play Thalia. Bing bong. Actually, I forgot that how often Thalia would actually be a 3/2 first striker. And then we're not going to play Secluded Steppe. We're going to wait till next turn. Let's get everyone to 3. Let's get the one that's swinging. Alright, let's see how it works. Yeah, it was Anthology 2. Anthology 2 just made me go, yeah, I want to give this shit a shot. Silva says, how do you feel about Shadow Spear in this meta? If you're talking about the like standard constructed meta, I will give that a confident. I have no fucking idea. So if I'm counting correctly. I think this is the correct play, is to play the Pridemate. I think this is the correct play. Yeah, I don't really know about Historic Constructed. I have no idea. In Standard, it seems very situational, very marginal. Damn, Faraz has some fast gamer moves incoming. I'm going to expect to heal for like 1 billion coming up here. We will be saying a warm farewell to the Arboreal Grazer. Get thee to a nunnery. Meow. Man. Man. Karn Mustard says, hey Sean, hey Chad, wrapping up day 7 of straight work from home. Getting a little stir crazy. You know, Karn Mustard, you know, let me give the world some tips that Sean Plott has for not getting so stir crazy. So I mean, I live in a 1-bedroom apartment, and a lot of my time is spent at home, and I really don't go stir crazy. I mean, I occasionally do. Like, my real exciting task is going to the grocery store. That's about what I need. I would recommend to have different locations for different activities. In particular, a different sitting location for different activities. Like having a reading chair. Like, I can watch streams at this computer, but a lot of times when my day is done, I go watch streams somewhere else. I'll go out to my living room and put it on there. I have a laptop. I'll sometimes sit at my kitchen table and watch streams there. I find that a lot of moving around is very helpful. I also find a lot of, like, intense, thank God, a lot of intense social activities. Hard to do, so I have a lot of online buddies. So Tomik will shut down Nissa, but I still think we're screwed. Gunny says, it's a huge issue with San Fran. You can't afford to rent a place big enough to have separate areas. You rely on public areas to hang out. I would challenge people to get a little creative, because this apartment is like 750 square feet. It ain't big. Alright. We're dead. We're just going to get everything turned into oxes and we're fucked. Oh, my ladder points. Ah! So, I mean, like, the physical places to sit are here at this desk. There's another desk in this back room. There is a coffee table, and there's a kitchen table. And genuinely, just having... Gunny says, more in relation to people who share an apartment with multiple other people. Yeah, no, I have a... I live with a soulmate. So, you know, just among the two of us, it's just like a lot of different places to be moving around, you know. Or there is seemingly not a lot of places to be moving around. But we do find that just having different places to be. Watching TV in the bed, and then getting up, and then I want to read. Not just getting a book and bringing it back to the bed, but getting a book and going by the window. Reading there. I've been... moving this Herman Miller Aeron chair all over the fucking place. Also have varying intensity levels of activities. I find that because I am at home so much, I find that there is a ton of energy that would be burned by going to a workplace. You know, walking around, walking to meetings, doing stuff like that. A lot of energy that gets burned there that does not get burned when you're sitting at home. So there needs to be a lot of energy burned. There needs to be a lot of... I mean, I've talked about this before, that a lot of times when I want to unwind and de-stress and chill out and relax, I will play Dota. Because sometimes a lot of the angst sort of feeling I have is actually because I'm not spending enough energy. I'm so playing this right now. Sir Tricky, Dota's so great, I love it. Yeah, dude. Dota is a game where I do not even mind that it's difficult for me to play ranked with my friends. I do not even mind. Because playing itself is just so fun. Catchco, great comment. Something I really recommend is finding a good 5-minute workout video on YouTube that you can do at home. Get some physical exercise. Yep. Jumping jacks, push-ups, sit-ups, squats in the air.
Focus, meditate, and prepare.
Alright, so, view battlefield. What do we see here? We see a lot of spells, so I don't think we need these giant killers. I have no clue what to cut in this list, like, at any point ever. But I do have reasonable confidence that Thalia's should come in and Tomik's should come in. I think that we're going to be in the same sideboarding position as last time. Maybe if I did actually something like this. Get all the Ranger of Eos out of there. Get them all out of there. Benji says, hey, what do you think about Gruul in the current meta? I've made one based around power 4 or greater mechanic, and it feels really good. If you're talking about Historic, I have no clue. This is my first day ever playing Historic. And it's so fun. Holy shit. This has been a fun hour, man. Balm glasses, I find myself obsessively cleaning whenever I have excess energy. It makes me feel like something in my life is in order. Yeah, I really, 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 really like. Okay, do we think this is acceptable? Opponent goes first. Tapped, play. This will be fine. This is fine. I mean, he'll probably get bounced. Anything we do is going to get bounced. I find that, like, super focusing on very small tasks and doing them very thoroughly is extremely satisfying. Like, doing the dishes. When I do the dishes and when I clean the kitchen, I find it very satisfying. Not necessarily to be just doing the dishes and then going off and doing something else, but like doing the dishes, scrubbing all the counters, getting everything put away and organized, checking what the supply stores are of all the various cleaning things. I find it very, 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 very pleasing. By the way, we now see that this is some sort of ramp Uro deck, so we have a slightly better sense of what kinds of threats there are. I would assume that this does have things like Nissa, things like a Hydroid Krasis in it, so I think that we're doing everything more or less correctly. Having double Ajani Pridemate is just an absolute beating for Jason. So, you know, like me and Britt are making a spreadsheet of all the food items and cleaning items we have at home. Not really because it's needed. Like, we have a bunch of shit. And as far as I can tell, the chance of, like, literally there being massive food shortages, it's essentially zero. But it's an extremely satisfying and entertaining and pleasing and energy-expending thing to do. I will be... I think that the correct thing to do is to Serra Ascendant. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 loyalty. Or not loyalty, 4 devotion. And that means that when we play Heliod's Sun Crown, it enters the battlefield as a creature, which then procs the Ajani's Pridemates. Let's get all of these up to 3 health. You know, getting, you know, everything's going to get cleaned up and put away and organized. Things like this are just incredibly, incredibly pleasing. Right, sweepers, right, got it. Search for Escanta, right? Ooh, what a good card. Slice's cat check vibe. How are the cats doing? I think, as far as I can tell, our sweet baby girls are a little irritated at the... How do I do this? I think it's just got to be this one, huh? So this has been 3 things attacking. This is going to be a 5/5. So if I put this one here... Now this has to be blocked and this has to be blocked. Yeah. So this is the best way to maximize the damage. Because with this, if either one of these things on the ground does not get chump blocked, Jason dies. So this helps guarantee that we can maximize the amount of pain, hurt, and all that other good jazz.
I think you will find my notes helpful.
Oh my fuck! No! Not a Nexus of Fate! Oh yeah, we own. We're the best. Alright, let's finish adjusting this. Let's get our audio back. Bum, da 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 da. Bam, 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 bam. I'll put a little bit on this. Putting it on Heliod because I have some suspicions that this will get shut down. Rutsna. Let's see. Each artifact and creature your opponents control. So actually, Ajani's should probably come out now that I know what kind of deck we're against. Maybe. Oh my god, Settle the Wreckage is fucking legal. Holy shit. Oh my god.
Let me aid your research.
To the library. No! No! Alright, let's take a peek. Dude, I just keep like... Let's see. Let's see what the Dow futures are at. Oh, they're up 95 points. That's good. I mean, my opponent's just doing stuff. Yeah, no, if any of you are wondering what this is a Nexus of Fate deck. The audio in the game keeps cutting out anytime I click elsewhere, which kind of stinkeronis in the pepperoni.
This isn't a fight you can win. Don't worry, I got you.
Oh my god, fuck. Do I board out the Conclave Tribunals then? I mean, sometimes I click outside the window to scroll and reread things that people are saying, you know. This is horrible!
Here we go.
I know something.
Nobody's playing Magic right now. Not me, not them. I'm hanging out, my man. Is Oko banned in Historic? I think it is. Seat Occupied? I think it's banned in Historic and Pioneer and everywhere because it's so fucking good. Isn't it also banned in Modern? Gabe DeBabe says, I just subscribed with an exclamation mark. Gabe, I love your enthusiasm. Welcome. Good to have you here. Hey, where, oh, I just hit done. Whoops. I was clicking done because for some reason I thought that I was already down a match. And so I just wanted to hit the play match button. The Dontron asks, what makes Oko so good? Go ahead and look up Oko Thief of Crowns. That way you can see what I'm referencing. It's a small combination of lots of tiny things that amount to it just being too strong. First of all, it can make a food token on its +2, and then it can make it into a 3/3 with its +1. So all by itself, it's just generating 3/3s, which is quite a threat. It also, on the first turn it's played, when you plus it, has 6 loyalty, I believe. That's a good-looking one. And with 6 loyalty, this means that it is extremely, extremely hard to kill. So in other words, you play it, you plus it to make a food, it's hard to kill, and then it makes a 3/3. Another one is that its only minus ability turns things into 3/3s. So suddenly, if you had some really sweet, powerful, cool creature, like a classic one at the time was Yarok. Oh yes, my child. Thalia. That's a plus ability, Sean. I'm sorry. Yeah, the plus ability to turn something into a 3/3 can shut off things like Yarok. And also, the minus ability allows you to swap the food token you made for another creature, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, and I mean, like, the reason that it was so fucking painful with Yarok is... I did this in the wrong order, but that's okay. So the fact that the +1 can endlessly make 3/3s for you, the +1 can also turn the enemy's scary things into 3/3s. The fact that it has so much loyalty, and, well, whatever. I gotta hold this shit back, huh? I should have played Linden. I messed up. I'm gonna get Shadow the Sky. Should have played Linden and healed up enough to where I play the Ascendant and other things. Yeah, I just make it a mistakey, straight up. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. And so the one thing I haven't even mentioned is the fact that when you are playing, when you're playing with things like Gilded Goose or Llanowar Elves, you can very often get Oko out on turn 2. So it's like all these things combined just made him so stupidly fucking powerful. So fucking stupid. So that's the answer. Yeah, he was 3 mana. He was 3 mana. So I mean, he's cheap, makes threats, is strong. You know, like a Planeswalker that makes a 3/3 every other turn is not busted. A 3 mana Planeswalker is fundamentally not busted. It's like the combination of all it together just made it ridiculous. Ridiculous. All right, let's briefly check what's going on. We got any other news? All right. Got any news? Got any news for me? Idris Elba tested positive for coronavirus. This is good. This is all fine. Jesus. Allow me to not say anything with a right tone. This is terrible. It's one of those things where I do not want to take the risk of making a comment that I feel like is obviously sarcastic when someone could hear that and interpret it and go, oh my god, Sean said it was good that Idris Elba has coronavirus. Ugh. It is not good. It is tragic. This whole outbreak is just tragic. We got the bird of the day. I'm going to concede, and I'm going to switch to this Gruul Decaroni. Gruul Decaroni. The Gruul deck, I think I understand more than this deck. Let me just give a brief reaction to this deck. Also, part of the reason why I wanted to check the news is just like 20 minutes before I went live, it was announced that my city and other cities were in a... What was the term that they use? Shelter in place? It's like one step away from a lockdown. So, I'm going to keep checking because part of me is like, maybe I should go get some food after the stream today. I'm only going to be streaming to the mid-afternoon today because then I'm going to go eat dinner and maybe run an errand or two. And then mostly walking is going to be tonight at 7. Then we're going to be live tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, back to back to back to back, Factorio. So, my review of this deck is that it actually plays far less aggressively than I would have anticipated. It can hit aggressive curves. However, what's interesting about it is that you're gaining so much life that even if your opponent is aggressive, the game can go on longer. So I'm interested in watching someone better than I am play this deck. Particularly the sideboarding is... I think sideboarding in older and older and older and older formats is really difficult, I think. Because all your cards are fucking incredible. Like... Ranger of Eos draws 2 1-mana cards, and I have a lot of 1-mana creatures. Any creature that enters the battlefield is gaining me life from this and is gaining me life from this. These make Ajani's Pridemates. This isn't Ajani's Pridemates. This gives +1/+. Ah! And so it kind of gives me this sensation of... because I feel like in Standard, there are cards that are obviously bad in a certain matchup. If I have something like Shatter the Sky that's there to sweep the board, if my opponent has no creatures, I remove it. And similarly, there are creatures in matchups that don't make sense to have if your opponent is a control deck or if your opponent is an aggro deck, and so on and so forth. When you're in older formats, like Historic, that just has literally access to more cards, it really makes me... it gives me a bit of a hard time figuring out what on earth I am supposed to do.